Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's been a little bit since we've been down here on the layout and doing anything with it. I think it's been a couple of months, if I remember right, as of when I'm filming this, but decided that I've got a couple of days of a break with work and decided I wanted to try and get some work done on this spot of the layout. I really kind of been just putting it off and putting it to the back of my mind, meaning the layout itself. I kind of was losing interest with it, but got a second wind with some things that I've been doing and working on. Hopefully those will come out soon, but needless to say, I decided that I wanted to look at what I had down here and kind of work on it and get it done better. And the big thing is this road. I haven't really been happy with it since I put it in. I've got a lot of problems with locomotives catching the wood on the side. I just put some wood in there. It's too high, and I'm just not a fan of it. It looked okay for a while, but I slowly lost interest with it. So one thing that I noticed at one point, and hopefully I can find it, is someone had done a 3D print for kind of doing a road with Cato Unitrack and had it measured out exactly for the tracks and whatnot. So I'm hoping I can find that again and then also do some design tweaks to it and either make it wider or a little shorter, because I can't remember how big it was. It's been that long since I've looked at it. But I want to replace the wood here, get rid of it, make it look a little bit better, and even going up. I may leave this a little bit. Probably not. I'm not, like I said, I'm not a fan of the wood. And even though I like what I did here, I can recreate that. And I can make this look a little better as well. And I'll probably, looking at it, I'll probably keep this piece of, I think that's cork. Yeah, that's some cork that I put there. But I'll tear this piece up and just kind of redo from this line that you can see there and come all the way down. So that's what we're working on. I kind of want to get this done, and I also want to work over here and finally pin down what I'm going to do in this area as well. I just, like I said, I've been neglecting it just because of lack of interest, but it's back. That's back. So we're going to do what we can and see what we can get, at least with this spot. This is kind of low priority, work on as I can, but I really want to get this done where this will limit some things while glue's drying and whatnot. So in between projects that I'm currently working on, I'll be working on this, getting things measured out and ready to print. So, and then print it out and put on. So this is kind of long-winded as it is. We'll let this end for now and be back when I've got more to show. All right, it didn't take me too long to get this up. Like I said, it was just wood. The hardest part was back there, because it was glued. I glued it on right to the cork that I had, kind of mapping out where I wanted the road to begin with. And then I also had a little bit of some cork here that I don't know why I put it there. It was kind of mismatched anyway. But you can see part of the problem with what I did. See, this would probably be a good piece. The glue didn't really get down far enough with all of the ballast that I'd put on. So I had a few spots, or a lot of these spots, it's got a crust, but then all this loose ballast underneath it. So that was one reason that I kind of wanted to get rid of it too. I don't like the big bumps that are right there. So those will eventually come out as well, and get fixed. But luckily, with all of these, I only really had glued them on the side of the track. Let me see if I can get this hand out of there. Along the ties, you can see a piece right there. And so it really wasn't loose, or it wasn't really secured real well. A few places I forgot that I'd actually tacked it down with track nails that I had. So, but as you can see, it's up, and we're gonna start getting work. One thing that I forgot was I had put the main line on cork, and the other tracks were down lower. So what I'll end up doing, at least here, is it might have a little bit of a steep raise up, or I may just print it out and see how it looks. It may look just fine, so we'll see. Anyway, I'm going to go start looking at the 3D printing aspect of it and get some of the designing done. We'll be back with more when I get some more done. All right, it's been a couple hours, but I think I'm finally done and good to go with this road, at least the road part of it. Of course, there's the scenery part that I need to work on now, but have everything cut out. There's a little bit of some work here around with the switch, but I'm just going to say it was caused by derailments or something weird with one of the wheels. Call it good. They just haven't repaired it. But everything is good. It isn't hitting or causing any issues that I can see. If it does, I can just shave it away. So, but I've ran cars back and forth through it a couple of times, and everything seems good. Nothing seems, and I've, gone over it this way. Nothing seems too out of the ordinary or up too high. So it's looking good. There is a slight bump on this piece that was intended. I wanted it to kind of curve up and over this little bit. So when I fill it in, it looks like they did it so that it drains away from, this midpoint. Why? I don't know. Just thought it was just interesting, something a little different than just straight flat. So, but anyway, that's where we're at. We're going to let the glue dry and then vacuum up everything. Make sure to run a couple of engines through everything. Make sure that there isn't any issues. There may be one or two spots that I need to file down a little bit of the edge, and I'll just take and actually just sand it away with this tool. So, but overall, it's looking good. I'm really happy with it, and we'll see everybody when I get some of the scenery done.